Hello everyone, this is Trust the Process here, and today I'm going to be discussing why you shouldn't lend money to anybody. Let's get straight into it. Basically, you shouldn't lend any money to anybody. First of all, because it changes the dynamic of the relationship you have with the person you lend money to, especially if it's a loved one, it's family, relatives, friends. It creates this weird little shift in how you interact with people, because now it opens up a door to where people are going to start begging you more and more often for some money. Trust me, from personal experience, I've been through this. Some of your closest people, some of the people that you've been really close with, you ask one time and you help them out, right? They said they're gonna pay you back. Then next thing you know, they tell you the date and time when they're gonna pay you back. And next thing you know, they try to ghost you. They treat you like the bill collector, the tax man. They just try to avoid you, evade you. And then when you finally get a hold of them, they begrudgingly give you their money that they owed you in the first place. And secondly, most people, and then some people you lend money to, they don't even pay you back at all. They just forget about it and act like you never lent them any money. And then at that point, then it's a recurring cycle of them coming back asking you money again and again and again, not thinking that you're their safety net, as if, oh, if I ever needed some, I could just ask them. And it's just, you think, I'm a very giving person, and there's a lot of giving people out there. We all want to help people. We all like to help people out. But at the same time, you kind of have to come to an understanding that some people have to help themselves first before they can help anybody else, before you can help them out, especially. Even though you're a very giving person, sometimes you gotta tell them, hey, I don't have it. Or, hey, go get a job. Or, hey, go get a loan from Bank of America. It sounds harsh, but sometimes it gotta be like that, because it creates this weird little situation between you and the person you loan the money to. Basically, go to the bank, because there's a lot of giving people out there. There's a lot of generous, kind people out there. Me, myself, is one of them. But then I come to the realization that me giving people money constantly is just going to feed into their begging habits. And they don't look at me as a friend or a loving family member, a brother or nephew. They just look at me as a safety net. Or they'll just look at you as a free bank, where sometimes you give them money and they don't pay you back, or if they try to pay you back, they say they're gonna pay you back, they just evade you and treat you like you're the bill collector. And what makes it even worse is when you lend a person money, they tell you this story about why they need the money for, oh, this is important, and they just take the money and spend it on some BS. Spend the money on BS, whatever, like shoes, clothing, maybe cigarettes or something like that, or weed or whatever. Now, when you give them their money, that's theirs now, but they still owe you. And whatever they do that's their business. I understand that. But if you're gonna ask for money, at least be honest about it. Don't just sit here and make up a story where it's not true and you just want to just take something from me. And I know people been in those situations where some guy just makes up a random excuse. A close friend of yours might made a random excuse about, oh, I need this for this, and the third. Then you realize it was really for something else, and then you said, what was the point of giving you money? You could have just went and got a job if you wanted to do all that. So it's best, right, not to lend anybody any money because you're not a bank. You're not a safety net. And it just fuels their begging behavior. And you don't want to be, and I know you don't want to be the type of guy that just enables begging for people when they can just really take care of most of the problems. They can take care of themselves. And then they get mad at you when you tell them, no, I don't have it. See, you see the weird dynamic? That's why when it comes to relationships, friendships, right? It's best to take money off the table, right? Just take it off. If you want to do something nice for a person, do it out of the kindness of their, out of the kindness of your heart, But begging for money, or lending out money, it just creates this weird type of situation. I'm going to talk about begging in another video, but lending money out to people, it just creates this weird situation, and it's best that you not do it anyway. Just tell them, sorry, I don't have it. Just be honest. Tell them to go to the bank. Tell them to go to the ATM. Tell them to get a job. Tell them to DoorDash, because people, all of a sudden, when you lend people money, they act like you're this oh so reliable, trusty, free bank ATM, or they just ghost you, and then it just shows you that was they really your friend in the first place is because they just call you up just to ask for something, and you don't, instead of just checking up and see if you're all right, and then not wanting to pay you back at the same time. Even if they paid you back consistently, you don't want nobody to hit you up randomly just to beg for money. So, all the time. So it's best not to just lend them money. So, the overall point I'm trying to make is, it's better that you don't lend anybody any money. Alright, thank you.